So, how's the lockdown treating you?
Well, the lockdown has treated me for personal reasons. I have been enjoying the lockdown. I've been engaged into a lot of activities.
Hmm.
Right, starting from the first phase, there were like a lot of phases on lockdown.
Hmm.
So I think for me, the first phase, in fact, for everybody around the whole world, was very much unexpected because no one had ever encountered this kind of a thing, a scenario, such a
Yes.
grim scenario in his entire
Yes.
life. So for me also, it was the same as well. No, I was not, encountering what exactly was happening. So every time I used to wake up, I used to see the news and the WhatsApp messages which I used to get. Everything was
Yes.
so grim, and because of this unprecedented, pandemic which was spread throughout the whole world.
Hmm.
Uh, but then, because the lockdown was extended, so I was thinking that I should be a little bit of optimistic and positive. The approach should have been like that. So I tried to be like this, and for me, I think I spent a lot of time into introspection and reflecting upon myself, what I wanted to do, because at the end of the day, we being actors, we really have to be, mentally and physically fit. So that was really important. So that introspection was any times very long due, because
Hmm.
the kind of hectic schedule we have from the entertainment industry.
Right.
So this introspection is very much required.
And it
So
must be a
all this
blessing
process.
in disguise for you guys, especially actors, because you television actors shoot 12 to 15 hours a day.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah,
and
as I said, exactly.
yeah.
That was the only thing, because not only actors, but the entire crew, everyone,
Hmm.
whoever works for the TV industry, they devote their so many hours into their working environment. So they hardly get any time for their family, they hardly get any time for themselves.
Hmm.
So this lockdown, as you said, was exactly as a blessing in disguise for us.
Hmm.
It was a kind of a long vacation which we had. And
Hmm.
though it is very unfortunate whatever happened, but I still,
Yes.
say that every year we should get this kind of a month where everyone's locked on and they're sitting at their home in their places, spending time with their family and
Yeah.
they're just having a good time. Because all in all, I think this gives a lot of rejuvenation also, not to
Yes.
us but also to the environment, to the nature, which was very much required. I still, whenever I go out now, the air is so fresh, everything is so fresh, the weather is
Yes.
so nice,
You can
the nature
hear
is
the
so reviving.
yeah, birds chirping, जो हमें usually नहीं सुनने के लिए मिलता.
Exactly, especially in
Uh,
India,
yeah.
because we really disrespect our resources. So this automatically gave resources also a very revival point.
Yeah.
So I think everyone was happy.
And how much are you missing shooting in your crew?
Of course, I'm missing shoot. At the end of the day, uh, that's a workspace, which is also very much required. Uh, but I'm glad, everything has been subsided now. The curbs have been lifted up, and the lockdown has also been lifted up. We are into the unlock 1.0. So
Hmm.
there are talks now. I haven't got a green signal yet
Yes.
when the shoot is gonna be started, but they are doing the preparation. I'm pretty sure they're gonna start with another next week probably, or probably on the 15th, I would say.
Hmm.
I can't
Yeah.
comment on it, but yes, around that scenario.
Yeah, because a lot of messages we are getting right now in the live chat, that when the fans will get to see the fresh episodes of Choti
Yes, yes,
Sardarni.
of course. Even
So,
I'm very excited to go back to my set. I know their excitement level because everyone's missing the show. It had a lot of soul to it.
yes.
So that was reflecting. Obviously, I also get a lot of feedback from our fans, also from our family members, from our
Hmm.
relatives, when the shoot is going to start. But yes, necessary precautions are very much required. All the guidelines which are being followed by the government also, and plus
Hmm.
the producers guild which are come up with. So we really need to follow that. We really need to embrace it, and according to that only we will start. So everything needs to be in proper preparation.
Yeah.
All the disinfectants, all the sanitization which is required on the set and everywhere, so that everyone's safe and sound. Which is that's what they are doing now. That's what they are preparing upon.
Hmm.
And so once it's prepared, we'll be back to the set.
So, Avinesh, now that guidelines have been formed to shoot with precautions and precautionary measures, how difficult is especially life of actors is going to be once the shoot starts, because there are number of guidelines, like you will be limited with your staff. पहले जैसे आप
Yes.
इतने लोगों के साथ काम नहीं करेंगे, plus you'll have to do probably your makeup on your own. शायद से ऐसा भी होगा कि आप ट्रैवल बैक एंड फोर्थ ना करो, तो आपको कई बार सेट्स पे भी रुकने के लिए बोला जाएगा. So how
Yeah.
mentally are you prepared for it?
See, at the end of the day, whatever the guidelines are, this is the new normal for us as per now, till the time, this goes away, or till the time the vaccines come out. We have to, abide by the guidelines. That's very, very necessary. So, of
Right.
course, we'll have to adapt that approach. You know, not everyone will be very, very prepared for it. We don't know. We haven't been to the set. We haven't, yet experienced how it's going to be. But I'm pretty sure that everyone will abide by the guidelines. Everyone will abide by the rules, all the necessary precautions which are supposed to be taken at that point of time. Everyone will take that. But as I said, that no one has experienced it yet, so we don't know yet what will happen on the set. But once we will go over there, I will have a clear picture of it. How things will be. But
Right.
yes, as you said that the makeup and all, yeah, we will try to do that. We will try to avoid as much as contact with people is required. We will try to maintain that distance which is required of 1 to 2 meters at the shooting location also, and plus while we are not shooting too. So as being said that when we are not shooting, we have to be in our makeup rooms all the time. So I think we'll have to follow that too. So rest is, up to the circumstances at that point of time and the situation, how it arises for us.
Avinesh, how easy or difficult it is to carry this turban look, because it comes with a lot of responsibility. You can't. It's like when you're playing a god's character, a mythological character or on screen. Similarly, जब आप एक सिख का कैरेक्टर प्ले करते हैं, तो उसके साथ भी बहुत ज्यादा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आती है, and you can't take it lightly any time.
Yeah.
So आपको कितना चैलेंजिंग और रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी वाला काम लगता है ये?
So for me, obviously, it is a very big responsibility when you're wearing a turban, when you're donning a turban. But I'm from the same culture.
Yes.
I'm from a Punjabi background, so I know. So I know, how to respect my culture, and how to respect and how to take care of the turban. The only challenge for me in the beginning was how to tie the turban. That was the only challenge for me, because I did not know how to tie a turban. So I had to, go through a lot of training. I used to tie turban every day for n number of hours, and we used to keep wearing turban. I used to just, practice all of the time, because there wasn't anybody which we get in the beginning of our shoot who could tie me a good turban. And for tying a good turban, that is the main, look of my character.
Right.
And going for the respect, obviously, I make sure that there are a lot of things which I keep in mind, that whenever I'm tying the turban doesn't touch anything. The turban is always on a cloth, which I keep, on the table. So I spread a cloth, and then I keep my turban over it, and then I keep wearing it, so the turban doesn't touch the ground. So these are all the factors which I keep in mind, and I adhere by it.
And your bond with your kid in the show, Param. It's fabulous, and कहीं ना कहीं वो शो का एक USP भी है. अगर निमृत के साथ उनके पेयरिंग उतनी अच्छी है, उनकी बॉन्डिंग उतनी अच्छी है, तो आपके साथ भी she spends lot of time. So क्या ये कह सकते हैं कि since in personal life you are a father of 2 kids, so थोड़ा सा easy रहा है एक child actor के साथ काम करना?
So I think in this whole career span of mine, I don't want to just specify it properly, but in the whole career span of mine, every show of mine, I had some kid involved into my show, whether it can be my son or my brother or anybody. So, and also I think I have this attractiveness towards kids. They just get fascinated towards me, and we always create a good bond. And yes, also there is a reason in this specific show, because I'm playing a father to a kid. So I'm also a father in real life. So that helped me a lot, in taking care of a child, and, knowing the emotions and everything of a child, and how to go beyond that.
And what kind of bond do you share with Kevina? I mean, in now that you guys are not
She's a very
shooting,
sweet girl.
you
She's
guys
very
are
sweet.
connected.
Yeah, yeah, of course. We do talk on the phone, and she asked me to come and play games with her.
Hmm.
There was this, application called House Party, which was in the beginning of the lockdown, which everyone used. So we used to talk on that, and we used to play games. There used to be Scrabble and all these games, and she's like a Dadi Amma of set, She will take your case because now though she has become a pro into her own field, into her own craft also. So
Hmm.
the best quality about her is her continuity. She remembers her continuity like anything. If you just, she will remember if we perform a master scene. And after the master scene, as an actor, you really need to know your continuity, where you picked up the glass from and with which hand, and where you gave the glass to whom. So,
Hmm.
she will always pinpoint on all these things. If we make a mistake, she will always remember that, and she'll always correct us that, okay, this thing you did wrong, this thing you did right, and so go by it. So
Hmm.
she's really good in that.
Being Human 805 wants to know, does Avinesh feel comfortable with Nimrit during romantic scenes?
it's I it isn't about being with Nimrit, it is about performing a scene with Meher. So
Hmm.
that's my job, which I have to do. Of course, being an actor, when I'm donning my character and if I'm in front of the camera, I forget everything. It's just Sarabjeet Singh Gill at that point of time. So it's not
Hmm.
Avinesh Rekhi. So
Yes.
I perform as Sarabjeet Singh Gill, and she's Meher, who's my wife, who's playing my wife in the show. So there is not yet any romantic scene as such which we have performed. But yeah,
Yes.
there was one-sided love in the last phase of when the lockdown happened.
Yes.
Just before that, I was about to, express my love to her, but did not happen. But yes, it was a short bit. But let's see. Maybe I'll feel a little insecure now. Sorry, a little, embarrassed performing the romantic scenes because, as I've just heard, that whether I do it or not. So
Yes.
let's see.
Okay. Okay. Fizak0503 wants to know, kindly ask him the scenes which got him selected for the role of Sarabjeet. So how did you bag the role of Sarabjeet? He wants to know.
Okay, so the scene which I gave the audition for is not part of the script and not part of the story as such. It was just a random scene which was written at that point of time for an audition. But yes, I got through on the first day itself because I gave three auditions on one day for the same
Okay.
show.
Okay.
Because first when I went to the show to give my first audition, I wore the pagdi by myself. I did not know how to wear it, and I did not have a proper pagdi also. So
Hmm.
I wore the turban by myself. I wasn't looking fine, and I had very short beard. So I was not convinced with myself. Then I called up my agent again. I said I want to give the audition again.
Hmm.
So he told me, okay, fine, I'll talk to the producers. They spoke to the producers and they said, okay, fine, we'll give him one more chance. And then from there, I went to the Gurdwara. I went to
Hmm.
Gurdwara. I told the parties over there, I said, please, I want to, perform for an audition. Can you just tie me a turban?
Hmm.
So they said, okay, fine. Is it a comedy character? I said, no, it's not a comedy character. It is a
Hmm.
very good character, and I'll be playing the lead of the show. So
Hmm.
कहते ठीक है फिर ਅਸੀਂ बन दांगे. So
Hmm.
they tied me a turban, and then from there I went to the audition again, and there I was selected for that.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yes, the first scene between me and Meher, the mock shoot scene which we did, from where our chemistry was, being judged, was uh, the scene where she reveals that she's pregnant on the first
Hmm.
night of ours.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So your answer, I thought you were talking more.
No, that's it. I think this
That's
this
it.
was the scene which we performed. But his question was that which scene did I perform to
Yeah.
get the role, and that was not a part of the script.
Okay. And you have a lot of female fans, especially because of your particular this character. पहले तो थे ही, but अभी बहुत ज़्यादा add on हुए हो, and कहीं ना कहीं you have become this poster boy of this Sikh community कहीं ना कहीं, because मेरे office में खुद there are so many people who are like they are crazy about you. So
Thank you so much.
इतना जो adulation मिलता है, तो how does it feel, especially from female fans?
Of course, it feels good. Obviously, when people like your work and people appreciate your work because you've put so much of hard work into it, and when they appreciate it, it always feels very, very good. And I'm always very thankful to all my fans who know whom I encounter with, who I interact with somehow sometimes, and when they appreciate my work, it feels very nice. It feels that okay, fine, whatever you've done has been valued, and people have really liked it. So it's like a dream come true, for everyone, that you be liked by people. Whatever a person wants in life, what a human wants, love and appreciation. Love and appreciation is the only one thing which everyone,
Craves
everyone
for.
craves
Craves
for.
for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I also wanted, and I'm getting that. I'm very thankful to God for for blessing me to get all these love and this appreciation from people.
And as you said in your previous answer, जब आप स्पेशली गुरुद्वारे में गए पगड़ी के लिए, तो उन्होंने आपको क्वेश्चन किया कि ये क्या कोई कॉमेडी कैरेक्टर तो नहीं है. हमने कहीं ना कहीं बॉलीवुड में और टीवी शोज में देखा है कि जब कोई एक सिक कैरेक्टर प्ले करता है, काफी बार उसको स्टीरियोटाइप कर दिया जाता है कि या वो तो फनी ही होगा और ये भी होगा, वो भी. डू यू what is your take on that? And secondly, do you think कहीं ना कहीं इस कैरेक्टर को प्ले करके और ये कैरेक्टर की वजह से थोड़ा एक वो रिफ्रेशिंग चेंज आया है जो स्टीरियोटाइप अब तक प्ले होता आया है?
Yes, of course. It is a stereotype. It is set by the people, that a Sardar character, whenever comes on screen, is mostly comedy, or it's a filler character. But yes, I take pride with this fact, and I take the honor of saying this thing that okay, for the first time, I'm playing a turban lead character in the history of Indian television, and I'm very proud about this fact because this character has been so well written and is it's so graceful, and it's so so much into so articulately
Graceful.
written. It is very graceful, of course, but it is so articulately written. Is the fact that I got so fascinated by this character, because something like this was never being shown in the history of any kind of platform in the industry. You see Son of Sardar, all these films also. There also every character is being portrayed, which is very funny. But a serious character, a lead, has never been portrayed in the history of Indian cinema. And I take pride with this fact, and I'm the first patron of it. And I have broken that stereotype also, because the kind of emotions, the kind of scenes which I have performed in this has also broken my own stereotype in my own career, has given me so much of versatility, has given me such a growth as an actor, because I have never, I think, the scenes where I performed comedy in this show from the serious character which I was at the beginning of it, has given me such a rise, such a growth in my own career span, in my own craft. And I'm really thankful to the writers for this thing, for coming up with such a beautiful story, for coming up with such a beautiful character as Sarabjeet Singh Gill.
How did you meet your wife, Muskan Sagar 06? And who proposed first?
I met my wife in a marriage function in Ludhiana. So we both proposed to each other at the same time. There was this common my cousin, who's my bua's daughter. So she's somehow related to her, and so I told her that the next day of the marriage, I told her that I really like that girl, and she told me that she also really likes you. And I wrote two poetries for her, two share. I wrote for her and I sent her. It was very childish. I don't even remember those. But
I was going to ask you, do you remember them?
I don't even remember them. But yes, I wrote two shades, and she was really impressed. And later on, I just realized that it was so bad. How can someone get impressed of that? But then that's how the infatuation is in the beginning.
अविनेश, जब आप इंडस्ट्री में आए थे और जब लोगों को ज्यादा पता नहीं था आपके बारे में, एंड आपने भी कभी अपने पर्सनल लाइफ के बारे में ज्यादा बात नहीं की क्योंकि आपसे पूछा नहीं गया, बट तब बहुत ज्यादा बातें हुई थी.
You've done your homework.
So, and I've been in the industry, so I know that. तो तब बहुत बातें हुई थी कि अविनेश ने अपनी शादी को छुपाया, शादी की बात को, खबर को, So एक्चुअली में क्या हुआ था?
So I never hid my marriage. I never. But as you said, you've already mentioned, nobody asked me, you know.
हाँ.
So later, I think probably I think it was in the end of Chal Mat. Someone asked me that whether you're married. I said yes, I'm married. And they said whether you have a kid. I said yes, I have a kid. So he said, why did you hide it? I said I never hide it. But nobody asked me. If nobody would ask me, I would not be the one that who would just come up with it that okay, fine, I just want to announce one thing that I'm married and I have a kid. So I'm not the one. If you will ask me about a certain question, I will definitely answer to it. So that's how it was at that point of time. So I never hid anything. I don't do that, and why would I? You know,